Hey Jeff, I wanted to walk through how I make tracks at church. I'm going to start with an empty project, create a software instrument, load Omnisphere. I'm going to use an example from a couple weeks ago. We did God is Able and Let It Be Known. So I'll start with God is Able. So I just loaded an instruments track and I go to multi. Then I click on stack. I turn it on. And then you can see there's 4 loaded here. You can put a different instrument for each one. So I'm going to start with the first one. I'm going to use Dark Europa. It's one of my favorite pads. And then number 2, I'm going to put an arpeggiator. Steps of Urgency. Then I'm going to add a couple of airy pads. Air Magic Carpet. And one more. Cryogenic Freeze. Now once you have those 4 loaded, click on multi. You can drag the boxes where you want them to be on the keyboard. I usually put the arpeggiator in the middle, the pad on the bottom. Come on. And the airy stuff on top. I'm going to transpose the pad up a couple octaves. I'm going to go back to 1. Click octave up to 2. That way it's good range. I'll turn this down a little bit. Okay. You can go to mixer, adjust levels, everything's even. Bring up the pad a little bit so it's level with everything else. So I'm just picking different keys, and in the middle of the keyboard it's the arpeggiator. And then up top I have the 2 pads, the airy pads. A little bit hot. So then for the song, it's 79 beats per minute, which matters for the arpeggiator. So I go up to the beats per minute, change that to 79. And now the arpeggiator is in that. Okay, so I'm going to title this one Alright, that's that. So if I played it all together, you could hear that I'm playing different pads at different times. Okay, I'm going to make a new instrument now. Another instance of Omnisphere. And this one will be Let It Be Known. So go to multi, go to stack, turn it on. I'm only going to use 2 of these this time, so I get rid of the other 3 and 4. You can just right click and say remove this part. So, you know, this song has that lead part in it, so I'll just have that up top. And I'll have a pulsing pad on the bottom. So in the first one, I'll use crushed HPF sweep. And this is a little bit of an arpeggiated sound also. Kind of loud. Okay, the second one will be the lead line, which is unisonic lead. All right, I'm gonna adjust the levels on these. So that one's okay. So that's pretty much it. So now you have these 2 songs, and you can go from one to the other just by going to the new track. Let it be known, C. And I label them so I know the key and the speed. So because we have an arpeggiator for each of these, you have to change the tempo between songs. So let's say we're playing On God Is Able. And then to switch songs, you can either hit the down arrow or just click on the next one, and now it's the next song. Plus you want to change the beats per minute to 115, and now you have your next song. And that's pretty much it. So usually I'll have one of these for each track, and the computer handles it fine, and you can have, you know, 4 tracks per Omnisphere instance. And I think in this case I'd probably go back to Let It Be Known and bring down the level a little bit so it matches everything else. But yeah, that's it. All right, take care.